welcome to my channel. Today too, we are going to have another tutorial, and I want to say thank you for subscribing. If you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm a Ghanaian YouTuber. I have a video on how to draft off-shoulder princess Bustier darts. The method in that video is different from this, and so we are going to use a different method to do that. And so I'll leave the link of that video in the description box so you can refer to it. And to say and subscribe here. Try and subscribe. What I have here is basic body drafting or pattern. If you don't know how to achieve this, I'm going to leave a link in the description box for you. But I'll quickly go over it again. Now, I have a quarter of my body measurement for the front and a quarter of my body measurement for the back. Okay. Now, how to determine the width of the fabric you need is your body measurement divided by 4 plus at least 4 inches. And so this, the measurement, the bust measurement, that is the larger part is the bust, divided by 4 is 9.5. Plus 4 is going to be 14.5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 13.5. It's going to be 13.5. That's plus 4. But I have 15 here, which is okay. And so the least should be 4. But you can make it 5 or more. Okay. And so we are going to have it. Now, the measurements you get for the front is the same thing you cut for the back. But when you come to the back, you're going to measure your zip line. And this is my zip line. The zip line of 2 inches straight down. Okay. And so put the back aside and then concentrate on the front. Okay. And so what I have here, this line is my bust line. That is the bust line. Shoulder to bust is 11 plus half, making 11.5. And then shoulder to under bust is 14.5 plus half, making 15. The half plus half is sewing allowance. And then shoulder to waist is 16 plus 1. The 1 is sewing allowance, making 17. So we are going to put our darts on the bust line. Now, if you don't know how to measure your darts, I'm going to leave a link on how to take female body measurements in the description box. When you watch, you'll know how to get your dart. And so the dart that I'm using is 8. I'll add half to 8 to make it 9. That is, so if you divide it into 2, it's going to be 4.5. So 4 plus half. The half is for sewing allowance. Then I'll come to the under bust, so I'll place the same thing also there. Then I'll come to the waist, I'll place the same thing also there. Okay. And so I'm going to draw my points. I'm going to join the points. So this is my dart line. Now when you come to the armhole, for the front armhole, after slanting the shoulder, you are going to determine the middle of this, and then you will, this is the middle, then you come in by 0.5 and then you draw your armhole curve. This is different from the back. The back, you don't determine any middle and come in. You just, after slanting your shoulder, the next thing is straight, you curve your armhole. So, okay, let's go on. This is our dart line. Now, at the under bust area here, I'm going to measure 2 inches here. 2 inches here. Then when I come here, I am going to measure 1 inch here. Then when I come to the down here, I'm going to measure ½ inch. You can measure the same 1 inch. Then here I'll measure the same 2 inches here. 2 inches here. Okay. Then I'll come down here. I'm going to measure here. I'm going to come here like ½ inch or 1 inch. You can make it ½ inch, 1 inch. If the person is busted, you can go like 1.5. So I'm going to do 1 inch here. Okay. And I'm going to join it. So here I'm going to make it a straight line. Straight line. Hope you can see. Okay. So this is it, straight line. Now I'm going to place my curve. If you don't have a curve, you can use your hand to just draw a curve to meet the points here, but I'm going to use my curve to do this from here to meet the point here. Okay, then I'm going to join this and this. Okay, and then I'm going to join this also. So this is it for that. Hope you can see it very well. Okay, now we're going to work on the neckline. When you come to the neckline, I'm going to measure 6. So the neck deep that I want for the front is going to be 6. So I'll measure my 6 here. So this is my 6, but I'll also measure 5 up. I also measure 5 up. This is 5 here. Okay, and I'll come here also and measure the 5 here. So I'm going to draw a straight line. Okay, then I'm going to measure my neck width. So the neck width I'm using off shoulder, so you can get from 5 down. Okay, from 5 going is off shoulder. So I'm going to measure, I don't want it to go too off, so I'm going to measure 5.5 here for my client. 5.5. I'm going to make it 6. A bit off. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to draw my new armhole. Okay, from this to meet the point here. Okay, so this is it. So this is the new armhole. Okay, and so we'll come here. Here we are going to measure 2.5. It means we'll go in. This is our 2.5. Then we are going to measure from the 2.5. We are going to measure 1 inch here. 1 inch here. And then we are also going to measure another 1 inch here. Do you get it? Okay, so I'm going to join this to meet the bust points. Straight the middle, that's the middle where the 2.5 is, to meet the bust points. Okay, then I'm going to join this to meet this, and then this also to meet it. You can decide to come up a bit. You can come up a bit, like 1 inch here. You see, something like this. And so I'll use my curve to do this. And then we are going to do this also. Okay, let me get this one very well. Now this is going to be the bust point, so I'm going to curve it very well so that I will take the point from there. We don't want any point there, so I'm going to curve it very well. So this is it, well curved. Okay, the measurement that we did here, this 2.5 that we measured, we are going to add it to this 2.5 also here. Hope you get it. So that's where we cut our armhole. Okay, then when we come here and here, 1 inch, 1 inch, making 2 inches, we are going to extend it to this line so that when we join, it will be equal. So 2 inches here. Then I'm going to extend this to meet it. Okay, so you're going to draw our new armhole curve, and then we just, if you don't have a curve, just use your hand to draw. So it's going to be here. So this is going to be our new armhole, and so this is it for the princess Bustier. Now we are going to place our measurement plus allowance, everything on it. The bust is 38. Now 38, that is divided into 4, is going to be 9.5. 9.5 plus 3 inches, 2 inches is going to be for allowance, and 1 inch is going to be for joining. So 1, 2, 3, that is 12.5, but I'll leave it as 13 here. 13 here is okay. Then I'll come to the waist, the underbust. The underbust, what we have here is 3 inches. You get it? And so the underbust, you are going to use the waistline. The waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 is going to be 8. 8 plus 3 is going to be 8 plus 3. That is the 3 inches here. So 8 plus 3 is going to be 11. Then plus sewing allowance, extra allowance, and that's going to be 2. We are going to leave 2 inches, so that's going to be 13 here. We'll bring the same 13 also to the down here. That is the waistline. We'll bring the same 13 there. Even though if you measure the middle here, it's going to be 2.5. We don't want to have any funny shape, so it's better you bring the same 13 there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add extra 1 inch to this, the armhole line, extra 1 inch, or you can even add 1.5. So I'm going to add 1.5 to 8, yes, for sewing allowance. And I'm going to join, I'm not going to concentrate on this, I'm going to join from this point to the waistline here. Line straight to the waistline. So this is it. So we have it this way. Do you get it? Okay, so before we cut this, we are going to do the back also. We are going to get our back. So this is for the back. So this is our zip line of 2 inches and our shoulder slope, our armhole. So what we are going to do is we are going to place our neckline, and the neck that I'm going to use for the back is 8. The front I use 6. That's the neck depth. 6 for the front. I'm going to use 8 for the back, but instead of, I'll mark 8 here, then I'll come here 7, just as we did for the front. Okay, then I'm going to mark exactly 7 also here, 7 also here, and then we are going to join it straight line. As for the back, it's going to be a normal dot, a normal dot. Okay, then I'm going to draw my neck shape. This is the 8. So the neck width that I'm using is 6 inches. So you see that I place it on the zip line. Okay, so you don't come and start here, you make a mistake. So 6 inches here, also 6 inches. Then I am going to use round also for the back, and I'm going to draw it this way. Okay, so this is it for the back neck. So we are going to draw our new armhole, and it's going to be like this. So this is it. So this is our new armhole. Now because it's going to be a normal dart, we are not going to come here and this, we are not doing any princess dart at the back. Okay, so I'll just measure the darts. So this is it. I'm starting it from here. Sorry, I'm going to mark 4.5 here, 4.5 here, and then I'm going to mark 4.5 also here. And at the back too, we don't have any under bust measurements, so 4.5 also here. And I'm going to join it straight. Now when it comes to the back darts, they are usually up. Back darts are usually up. Back darts, they usually start from 9 inches here, you see. So this is the point. But front darts, they go down. Back darts, they are usually up. It's going to be a normal dart. So 9 here for the darts. Okay. Then I'll come to the waistline. The waistline here, I'm going to measure my dart. That is 1/2 inch on each side, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, making 1. And I'm going to join it straight to meet it from here straight. And then straight to meet this one also. So that is it for the back dart. Now we are going to place measurement on it. So the bust that we are using, I'm going to place it on this line. That's 9.5. 9.5. We are going to have allowance of 3 inches, so we will leave it at exactly where it is. Do you get it? You are going to leave it at exactly where it is. Then we'll come to the waist. That is, the waist is going to be 8 plus the 1 inch here, making 9, plus 2 inches allowance, 1, 2. I'm going to make it 2.5, so 1/2 inch, that's 11.5 here. Okay, so I'm going to join it from this point to this point. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So this is it. And so we are going to cut this out. Okay, let me extend this line. Let me extend it, the neckline, straight here to the zip line, so I don't mistakenly cut the zip line. So we are going to cut it this way, and then this way. So this is it for the back. Okay, so let's cut the back, then after we will cut the front. Okay. This is it for the front, and this is for the back. So we are going to get 2 of this. So we are going to place this on a fabric and cut for it. It's for the front and for the back. Now let me open up for you to see. So this is it. You see? So you're going to have something like this. For the front, we'll join it all together. And this is the back. So this is how the back is going to be like. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place these on a lace, and then I'll cut for the lace and then show it to you. What I'm going to do is, you realize that the back part, I didn't bring this up because I want the lace to cover a bit. So I have 2 inches above here. That is where the armhole point is, so 2 inches about there. Okay, now when you check here, I have for 3.5, but I'm going to make it also 2 inches, so the lace will cover up there a bit. The lace is going to cover up there a bit, so 2 inches also here. So I have my 2 inches here. So what I'll do is I'll just pick my curve and then curve it to join the 2 inches up there. I'm going to curve it to join the 2 inches. So from here to here, you see? Okay, then I am going to join from the 2 inches here to this. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to cut it here. So I'm going to cut it here. So this is it for the back. So I have a little bit of the lace there to complement it very well. What I'll do is I'll place the front part on a lining and cut a lining for it. But for the back parts, we don't need a lining for it. We are going to cut a lining for the front part because we are going to pad it. Hope you get it. So this is my lining for it. So I'm going to make use of stiff and also wadding. And so I'll first start with this. I'll place it equally this way. So place it equally, making sure that the down part too, they are equal. You see, I'll pick my wadding, and what we are going to do is I am going to measure here ½ inch. You can measure 1 inch, the middle here, ½ inch or 1 inch. It all depends. So I'm going to measure ½ inch here. So it's going to start from here. The pattern is going to start from here, and then we are going to get this. So you see this, the corner, this is the under bust, so it's going to be here. So this is it, and I'll come here also, the under bust line, you see. So this is the under bust line, so I'm going to join it together this way. So this way is going to end. Okay, and then this side too, I'm going to make it straight this way. Okay, so do you get it? Okay, and so after this we are going to trace this too. You see, you see what I'm doing? Okay, because we want it to be equal this way, meaning if we join this together like this, you see, it's going to be equal. So that's what you have to do. Just make sure that everything is equal from the down here, and then we are going to come here also, just like this. Get your dots, your line also here, and so this one too, the pattern is going to start from here and then end here, and then this one to end here at the under bust. Okay, so I'll just pick my wadding, and so when you measure this, you realize that the middle here is not up to 9, they're 8.75. So I'll pick my wadding and place it on its equal. So I'm going to do it this way. So something like this is okay. Turn it this way. Okay, and then trace it out. Okay, so this is it. Then I'm going to cut on this line, the 8.75 line. So this is it. Okay, let me go in a bit. Okay, so this is it. Then I'll come here, come to this one. I'll just use one to do the other. So I'm going to measure from the middle here. The dart is 8 divided by 2 is going to be 4. So I'll add half to it to make it 4.5. So 4.5 here. Okay, I'll just use my curve to join from this to this, from the 4.5 to the corner here, and then we are going to join it also to this also. You see, so at the end of the day you are going to cut the wording this. You can do this on your pattern paper and cut it out and just place it on the wording and cut it, and that one too will be cool. I think that will be a bit easier for you, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, so I'll just place it here, then turn it this way, you see, and I'm going to trim it. Okay, so I'll just take it this way, and then I'm going to place the measurement that I placed there. So I'll place my 4.5 here. And then I'm going to join it this way. And then come here also. So this. So I'm going to cut 2 of this. Sorry, let it face, the shining part face each other, and then cut it. Okay, so we are going to have it this way. So this is going to be like this on top. See, after ironing you can trim the excess ones on it, and that'll be okay. So like this, going to be like this, and then this one too will be on top this way. I'm going to place this on a stiff and then cut for the same thing for a stiff also. So the stiff is going to be on the lining. The stiff is going to be on the lining this way. It's going to be on the lining. So I'm going to iron this, and then the other part of the lining also, you're going to have the stiff on each side of it. I'm going to iron it on the stiff and also on the fabric, then I'll come and show the end result to you. Okay guys, so here is it. I'm done attaching it to the fabric, iron it to it, and the stiff too. I am done with it. So what I'll do is I'm going to sew the stitch separately. I'm going to join it separately from the down this way. See, so join it from the down. Make sure you get it equal at the down. Okay, so this is it. It's going to be like this. After you just trim the excess one, you just trim it here. So you are going to sew this together. Then we are going to do the same thing for this side also. On top. Okay, then I'll pick this and this and this. So this is it. So I'm going to join these ones also separately. So this one will come here and this one will come here. So this is it. Then I'm going to add the lace to it. So the lace, so it's going to be like this, and then this one too is going to be, so this one too is going to be on top this way, see, and then this one too will be on top this way. So this is it, and I'm going to join that one also. So it's this way. So this is it. So I'm going to have it this way at the end of the day. So I'll sew this and also sew the lining. Then when I finish, I'll just open up this way and then place the lining on it this way. You see, and I'm going to join it this way. I'm going to join it, so create a notch and then give it a top stitch on the lining. You get it. So I'll do that. Then after, I'll open up this and iron inside. Then I'll open up this one too and iron, so that everything will come out. So I'll do that and come and show it to you. Okay guys, so here is it. I'm done joining, and so you see it's like breast is inside. And so this is how we pad our princess Bustier darts, our off-shoulder princess Bustier darts. So this is the inside, you see. This is how you do the padding for your off-shoulder princess Bustier darts. This is it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, like and share this video.